4 female Frontier Airlines pilots are charging the company with discrimination in a case related to pregnancy and breastfeeding. A formal complaint filed today by a law firm and the ACLU. I'm joined by ACLU's staff attorney, Galen Sherwin. Good to see you, Galen.
You too.
So these charges basically assert that there were violations of federal and state rights because of a policy Frontier has. So in a nutshell, what does the complaint allege?
Well, it's actually a host of policies and lack of policies that are at issue in the case. And the ones that we're challenging, the problems start when women are pregnant and they're forced onto unpaid leave at the end of their pregnancy. So they're required to take an unpaid leave for 8 to 10 weeks at the end of their pregnancies. Then they're required to return to work when their babies are just 4 months old, and many of them are still breastfeeding at that time. And yet Frontier makes no accommodations for them once they return to work related to breastfeeding.
Are they legally obligated to make those accommodations?
They are. They're obligated under state law, and we believe that these policies have a disparate impact on women, and also that women are subject to disparate treatment under these policies.
Would it help if there was paid leave?
Well, it would help all of us if there were paid leave. What we're asking for in the case is for the women to have the ability to seek an extension of their unpaid maternity leave. We're also asking that women be given the opportunity to seek temporary alternative assignments during the ends of their pregnancies and right when they return to work if they're still breastfeeding, so that they can continue working and collect a paycheck.
And these women apparently went to Frontier Airlines several times and asked for accommodation, and it just didn't happen.
That's right. Each of our clients did request help when they were getting ready to go back to work, and for the most part their requests fell on deaf ears. Frontier either ignored their requests or responded with inadequate responses. In one case, one of our clients was actually accused of baiting the company in an email that she wasn't supposed to have received. Another of our clients was actually subjected to disciplinary action for pumping and told that she was not allowed to pump while she was on duty at all.
And of course, if you're a pilot, you can't just stop flying the plane and move on to do something else.
Right, that's absolutely right. So accommodations are necessary in these cases.
So what has been the response since this has been filed from Frontier Airlines, if anything at all?
So far, we have not heard anything. It was only filed today. However, we did send them a letter in April outlining our clients' complaints and requesting certain changes in policy, and they never responded to that letter.
Is part of the problem that there's just a handful of women involved?
Well, this has actually affected quite a few women. The women who have filed the charges today represent only a few of the women I've spoken with who work at Frontier and other airlines, actually. It is, to a certain degree, an industry-wide problem that the industry is still coming to grips with how to address. But it is true that women do make up only a very small minority of commercial airline pilots. It's only 6% of commercial airline pilots are women, and these policies are part of the reason.
Do you think that there will be other complaints filed against other airlines potentially?
I would not be surprised.
And in terms of precedent, do you need precedent in a case like this, or is the law the law? In other words, the airline can't come back and say this is a unique industry or anything along those lines.
The airline will have an opportunity to present its defenses, and we look forward to, we think we have a very strong case. The law is very clear that policies that have a disparate impact on women in the workforce can't be allowed to fly.
Galen Sherwin, it's great been chatting with you on this. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, you too.
I'm Rhonda Schaffler for The Street.